We're talking with Howard Oliver and Gene Bockham, coaches and co-founders of the Elevate Golf Academy. Guys, I know you are really excited and passionate about your nonprofit arm, Drive for Change. Tell us a little bit about that.
Coach, you can go first because I'm going to take all the time
I'll give you a little background on it first. I think is probably the best place to start. Is that we're talking about these communities and the 90% and Elevate started and rolling and is doing great, but we found that more and more there were players that were struggling to be able to make those payments, and we don't turn them away. That's not in our DNA. We're going to work with them regardless. And we've had players for years that either pay what they can or they don't pay anything at all, and they're still coming out. They're part of the team. It's not something that we disclose with anybody. But at the end of the day, when we're going through our books and we're going, okay, the coach and I are kind of taking that haircut and recognizing, okay, as a business model, this isn't necessarily sustainable. So we have to come up with a solution that can really, Coach talked about expansion. Well, if we're really going to grow and reach the communities that we're trying to reach, we have to have that business element tied in that can sustain it and help grow with us. So after a lot of discussion, research, and a lot of work, we began Drive for Change, and it acts in part as a scholarship vehicle for players to be able to not have to stress so much. They can, and again, it's a private thing with us and the families and or players who need that assistance so that they can come out, and it goes beyond just the scholarship piece, and that's where I'll hand over the baton there.
All right, now I'm going to run the last 500 meters here. So the why, what we've already been doing, local school here right in my neighborhood, East Oakland. You see all Oakland stuff in the background. Family's been here since the 30s. There's the last remaining African-based school in the entire Bay Area is in our neighborhood. My children go there. It's preschool through 8th grade. Start as an idea. Let's take the snag equipment up there, and selfishly, I just wanted golf to be cool where my kids went to school. Full transparency. Like, no one's gonna make fun of them like they made fun of me playing golf. The kids loved it. And this is over a year and a half ago now. No cost to the students, no cost to the church, no cost to the families, faculty. 2 hours a week. We see from preschool up to 6th grade. After then, their academic load gets a little heavy. But this next generation, when you hear growing the game, it looks like that. It looks like you getting off our high knees, getting to where the students are most comfortable and showing them basic movement patterns. Coach and I have these huddles 3 or 4 times a week from our Rockefeller habits, where, football, baseball, tennis, hockey, and this is all on blacktop. They don't have a gym, a little patch of grass in the corner where we have our short game contest. But I'm doing this, and Coach and I are thinking about it like this should be at every school. And the feedback from the students, from the parents, from the teachers. So next step, okay, let's give them an after-school program. 5 or 6 of them come out for that. Nominal charge, barely covers the range balls. Not sustainable long-term, but what a wonderful pilot. And from that to, we have students that are playing community college golf, and this may or may not be the platform to mention that, but there were a number of junior colleges with good teams around. And now that there's been changes with the 3C2A, it's tough to find coaches. So right here, Peralta Community College District, you got Laney, Alameda, Chabot. Chabot was a preeminent team for many years. So coming back to that, to something as small as what we intend to do with the awards for Player of the Year, NCPGA events, we noticed that the Women's Award was significantly smaller than the Male Player of the Year award. So we scrounged around, we found some money. We're going to help to level that. So it'll be the same amount because we know that lady could beat probably 95% of the guys in the room. And there's no sense in her. I think the check was like $500. You're there, Frank. You know how. So all these initiatives that we have, we're like, well, we'll go broke trying to fund this ourselves. How do we do it? How do we? Well, I think we're driving towards something. Like, well, maybe we're driving for change. And we got the name. And we start scurrying around 1023 forms. I'll bore you with the rest of it. But it's our way of saying there's the most overserved populations in the game are professionals and juniors. There's a whole lot of other people that need some help. And we want to be that beacon of light. So when you see that Elevate logo in any city, you're going to know that you're going to be able to go to some place that is welcoming, encouraging, while challenge you to become a better part of you, better version of yourself. So I told you I'd run the last leg of it.
Well, you brought it home. Yeah, Howard, listening to you two talk about, on the one hand, coaching and your philosophy and making sure people enjoy the game, and then kind of going into your nonprofit mode, and the passion really comes through, and you are both to be rewarded. A friend of mine said a long time ago, when you're doing well, you should do some good, and obviously the two of you are doing that. If people want to help in any way, I'm guessing they can get you through your website, elevategolfacademy.com. Would that work?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I have to say, go check out the website. It's motivational. I've been on it, and I'll just go back to your vision to create communities around the world inclusive of class, color, creed, and gender who come together through the game of golf. That sounds like a pretty darn good vision to me. And Frank, going back to what you were talking about, our good friend who we go out and play out, golf a lot with, and he has a lot of physical challenges, but we just have such a great time. And that's, really kind of the environment you're trying to create, with so many different groups and ages. And I just love what you guys are doing, guys. I really do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Howard Oliver and Gene Bockham, coaches, founders, and co-CEOs of the Elevate Golf Academy. And if their message meant something to you and touched a nerve, and you want to help, the Drive for Change, elevategolfacademy.com would be a way to get to them and do what you can to help them in this mission. Guys, I wish you continued success. You are both incredible individuals. Howard, from the first time I met you, your smile, it's just come talk to me. That's what that's all about. So you guys keep doing what you're doing, and we will help in any way that we can.
Love you, Frank.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, thank you guys. Keep up the good work.
This is the Golf to Go Radio Hour. Back with more right after this.